think that often as aspiring Vaishnavas, we tend to kind of struggle with how much we should tolerate and what humility truly
Mm.
means. And sometimes it's hard to kind of navigate for ourselves, where we should draw that line or those boundaries that you were speaking of earlier, Karuna Shakti. So thank you. I really appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
I think especially not just a red flag, but red flags and flashing lights is, in that kind of a situation, if you feel you can't be who you are, if you feel like you're walking on thin ice and at any moment you could do something that's going to cause your partner to like erupt in anger, and that would be a very significant red flag that you're in an abusive relationship. And sometimes, I mean, I don't really like to talk the subject of abusive relationships, but it is a reality in today's world. And one difficulty sometimes is gradually um, one partner's sense of self-esteem can gradually be eroded through like continually being criticized and undermined, and
Shamed and
shamed, or the abusive person says something, they're going to do something, and they don't do it, or they did something, and you say, why did you do that? And they say, well, I never said that, or I never did that.
or it's because you made me.
And the the person receiving that abuse eventually begins to doubt themselves. Maybe I'm just crazy, and they can actually lose complete touch with their own sense of self, and that's um,
Sad.
very bad and very damaging.
And these are some things that, like they start kind of popping up in small doses, even in your early dating stages, when you're just getting to know each other. And maybe what are some of the very subtle things that you could pay attention to? There's just be like, that should give you some pause, like, because we tend to kind of brush over things, oh, they're having a bad day, or
Hmm.
make excuses.
That's okay. Someone has a bad day once or twice, but when it pops up more than once, um, we need to cultivate full respect relationships. So as soon as somebody says something to you that isn't respectful, like it's demeaning, it's a put down, it's a judgment, you just need to say, I'm sorry, but I don't take treatment like that. Would you like to rephrase that? If they're, just angry and they don't know how to control themselves when they get angry, maybe they don't mean it later. They come back and say, I didn't mean that. They're still doing it. You just have to learn how to walk away and only come back when they can have a respectful dialogue with you. And if you start that right away, then you can see if the person's capable of changing. You just don't accept it from the very beginning. You don't say it meanly. You just say, well, I'm sorry, but, I I don't accept that kind of treatment or being spoken to like that or whatever. I deserve respect. So you nip it in the
And I
bud.
think, I think also, paying attention to how they treat other people.
For sure.
Yes.
Have,
Because you know that maybe right now they're on their best behavior with you, but how they treat other people, eventually they'll be treating you like that.